So I'm just gonna get right into it. We've got 25 minutes of a VOD review from RawDawginRolo, and now my last VOD, which I reviewed, was CSP4s, and I only got through 4 minutes, and that took me 2 hours. Now, granted, it was actually a good opportunity. The CSP4 was in the chat room, so I was able to interact with them, and but back and forth between questions and stuff like that did take a while. So I probably am not going to spend 20 hours on a 25-minute VOD, but I don't want to rush through things, so I probably won't get through all 25 minutes of this VOD, but we're definitely going to review Game 1. I'm going to assume this is quick play because of the custom battlefield background, which is not something you typically see at tournaments. People really like sticking to the default battlefield, which is a shame because we got so many options to choose from. So I'm going to start off. We're going to get right into it. It is Game 1. And no 3, 2, 1, go. And we're going to try to just analyze what these people do when they spawn. Now, they both decided to drop through the platform. However, one already off the bat, I'm pretty sure that these characters don't have that drastic of a difference in the animation for dropping through a platform. Pretty for sure it's a universal mechanic, which means one player is more familiar already right off the bat. One player is already more familiar with the timings. But maybe, you know what? It's quick play. There could be lag. So maybe that's why you drop through the platform slower. I know this sounds really nitpicky, which is a thing to keep in mind, that if you already, at the very start of the match, you should already have probably mentally buffered the option you're going to pick at the start, since it's impossible to react to your opponent's option, especially with this really annoying 3, 2, 1, go. You can't react, so you need to already decide. Most players choose to back off and like assess the situation, but this is pretty common too for a lot of players to drop through the platform. So right off the bat, let's let me increase the quality in this video. It's kind of sus. There we go, 1080p 60. Now we gaming. So the fox actually jumped into the go, so you can't see it. But unsurprisingly, I'm gonna talk about the fox. I know this is gonna be about your demo review, but I just want to make a quick note that this right here is extremely common, where players, because they're like, oh, people tell me my nair is really good, so I'm gonna put myself in the air to use my nair. But you need to consider the spacing of when you start your jump, because fundamentally, it's just too easy to react to an opponent full hopping into the air, and now I'm gonna try to shield and parry that nair. Right now, obviously on quick play, it's a bit more difficult. However, the mentality is that offline, you don't want to be doing this full hop nair from across the stage, because you're basically like telegraphing your option to your opponent, and especially don't jump forward, right? And don't try to make like this U or V-shaped arc. Like, don't, if you can see my mouse, like don't try to do like this. If you try doing like, especially this is the most telegraphed, hey, I am Fox, I must nair type of thing, which better players will punish you for. Now he jumped into the go, right? So this could be a bit hard to see, and he actually opened up with a down air. Now I know this is supposed to be a Captain Falcon VOD review, but the thing to keep in mind is I don't want to be repeating myself. So if I see either player do something, I'm gonna call it out. Is if you're Captain Falcon, likewise, I understand you may want to down air a lot, right? Because you're like, oh, down air starts combos. But if you are going to down air, try not to start it from across the stage, right? So anyways, I'm gonna get right into it. So whiffs the down air, obviously, but it auto cancels, right? So, whoa, my thing lagged. All right, so I'm gonna say that this rising there, it was okay. Yeah, it whiffed, but I think it was the right idea, because you're not really sure what Fox was gonna do next after landing, and since he started the game with a really unga bunga jump, odds are he might actually try to jump again in your face. So I think this was good. And in general, rising aerials are pretty good because by the time the aerial is over, for a lot of characters, that aerial will auto cancel. Not only that, doing a rising aerial is unreactable. That's a big component too, right? Um, if you're rising aerial combos, that's even better, right? If it has a great hitbox, even better. But in general, the rising aerial is something you should be trying to implement into your gameplay, right? I know players complain a lot about falling aerials being safe on shield, but fundamentally the rising aerial is still more broken because you can't even parry this. You have no idea it's coming, right? You go immediately from your ground space, from your ground movement into your aerial movement. So this is a good rising aerial, right? Unfortunately, it didn't work because, you know, Fox decided to roll behind you. I've seen you know what, played enough Wi-Fi to know, you know what, this isn't the worst option in the world, even offline, right? So far nothing too terrible, right? Then you fast-falled it, and I'm not too sure about that part, right? Now, personally, since I'm not a Falcon main, I don't actually know if you had hit, when you did this rising aerial, right? Uh, and you didn't really do the, if your character had a Nair 1 funny mix-up from doing a landing Nair 1, that wouldn't have done it. It kind of seemed like you just Nair 1 to the air and came back down, rather than committing to both hits. And then you landed with lag. So we're gonna go ultimate frame data real quick, because I'm pretty sure, okay, I always see landing with lag. It's all relative, right? Because I'm not trying to say you landed like 40 frames of lag, but 7 frames of lag, that's actually pretty lagless. No wonder you landed with that, right? But nonetheless, he was still able to time his ground follow-up. The Fox is pretty fast. I typically would see that players, if they commit to that rising Nair, this is probably a thing you'll have to go and find out on your own, is how can you make that as safe as possible, right? Maybe landing right after that hitbox came out, you basically landed with no hitbox and went into your lag. Maybe that wasn't optimal. If your intent was to swat someone out of the air, maybe you should commit to both hits, right? But trying to just swat someone out with a Nair 1 and then land, that doesn't seem like that's that optimal to me. Like, if that was your intent, maybe you should have done a rising up air. Maybe that could have started a combo. Maybe it's unsafe at 0. You're the Falcon main, right? So you gotta take what I'm saying and try like really tune it to your character. But basically, you had a hitbox. You basically put a hitbox into the air. It didn't last for very long, right? And then you didn't really come down with the other hitbox, because I'm pretty sure you didn't. Looked like you landed and you didn't have the other hitbox. And if you did, yo, that is my bad. Is that move? That move would be too fast for my terrible mid-level player eyes. But okay, so here you're gonna see Nair 1. Okay, I don't see Nair. Oh, there's Nair 2. Guess it did come out, but it didn't really make the white swirls. Hello, good night. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for tuning in as I VOD review this. So whatever, the Fox dash attacked you. You know what? You're playing quick play. You're playing a Fox. He's gonna try to dash attack you. I know you probably like whiffed the move and try to shield. The shield didn't come up in time. It happens. So anyways, on the topic of that, if you do it, if your plan was to swat someone out of the air and then it fails, have a backup plan. You had time to react originally. Like once you did this Nair, you had time to react that the opponent was actually now behind you. And a lot of the times they're gonna try to like run up and sweep your landing. So, but it looks like you fast-falled. Kind of like you had this, like it kind of feels like you had this whole sequence already in your mind that you're on Nair and then you're in a fast fall, right? In reality, you should have like done the Nair, looked at the ground, like, oh, whoa, he's on the ground now. It didn't hit. That's fine. I think if you had done nothing, you could have stayed in the air then jumped again, just to start more mix-ups. But now as Fox is gonna drop his combos, it's okay. You roll to get out of there. Now, let me see, why did you roll? Okay. Since it's the start of the game, right now the opponent should be getting a feel for you. If I had seen that roll, I'm like, okay, you got out once, and the opponent stood there, and he was patient. It looks like, honestly, he dropped an input, but he was actually waiting. Like, you gotta be aware, whoa, my opponent didn't actually press another button, right? Is he trying to download me? right? And now you know that, maybe don't roll like that next time, but we'll both see, right? Load? Alright, thank you for loading video. Okay, foxes jumped through the air. Alright, you rolled away. That's fine. Ideally, if this was offline, you should try to parry it. You should try to parry what's coming. At least to start making the fox feel like he could be pressured for the aerials. Because a lot of times foxes are just used to like doing a nair on your shield and you don't punish, or you don't know how to punish the nair that they're gonna do on your shield, or you try punishing it with a grab every time so they get like a free follow up. Rolling away once or twice it's fine because you don't explicitly put yourself in the bad spot, but you might not be putting yourself in the best spot possible for punishing the opponent. Again, it's not really terrible. You're not putting yourself in a horrible spot, right? And this fox player already committed to the follow-up after that back air. But in general, when your opponent preemptively full hops, right, you barely have time to react. Now, obviously, if the fox is one of these few characters whose full hop fast fall is particularly really good, right? So his full hop fast fall, you can barely react to it, right? And even then, you might not react with the best timing, right? But if they fast fall really far away, they full hop really far away from you, chances are they're going to drift for a bit in the air before landing into you. Like if they're right in your face and they could full hop fast fall in there, and like, whoa, you barely react to that whole exchange. But if they like full hop, drift a bit, and then land with an aerial, especially if their back is facing towards you, that's a big giveaway. Not just for Fox, but for a lot of characters, it's a massive giveaway if they're full hopping and fast falling towards you with their back turned to you. You're like, okay, bro, you want a back air, right? It's extremely common. Very few players will actually land with their back facing towards me and then tomahawk grab me. Like, it's possible. Don't get me wrong. But if you're going in blind against an opponent you've never faced, it's better to assume that they're probably going to try to back air until they prove to you otherwise. Anyways, right? Gonna load. So that back air, his back air, that was a whiff back air. Now he's gonna do this random up tilt. Now let's see how you react to this. You Raptor boost. Okay. It's a good move, right? I see that a lot. It's got armor. I get it, right? Now, that was good. But we're gonna see how often you do good Raptor boosts versus bad Raptor boosts. And if it's not called Raptor boost, so that's actually the name of the upbeat. Oops. That's my bad. Hold up. Before any Falcon mains flame me, I'm actually gonna look up the name of the special moves. Okay. Then what's Falcon dive? How is that a dive? He's clearly ascending. Whatever. I'm over it. Okay. Going back to the video. It's Raptor boost. Alright, you got your combos. So I see you have follow-ups after that. You didn't get the best follow-ups, and that's just part of practice. You need to get the optimal follow-up after you get a hit. I know this sounds stupid, like, well, of course you have to get the optimal follow-up, right? But it's a thing. If you're ever wondering, right, what's the thing you gotta do to improve your play, like, the easiest thing you can improve, and I'm not trying to say it's easy, I was just saying in comparison to improving the other aspects of play, your technical execution, right, is by far the least difficult thing to improve at in this game. It just takes time. It's like doing your homework, right? Like it's straightforward. You know how to get better at it. You just put more time into training mode, more time into quick play, and you get better. But you need to push yourself to do it. You can't let yourself be satisfied. Obviously, Fox being a fast faller, pretty light, he's got some unique. His combo tree might be a bit different than you're used to, right? And it is the start of the game, right? So you're like, oh, whoa, that up air did not send like you thought it was gonna send. But anyways, it happens. Even the best players don't have like the best technical execution, but it is definitely something that we can all work on as players. Now, that being said, all right, okay. I want to see what your next option. You're now sitting in shield. The Foxman has near your shield. He is now behind your shield, right? If I know nothing else, I'm going to assume if this Foxman, given from what I've seen, right? I think it's a mashy Foxman, right? Knowing that, I'm probably gonna anticipate an up tilt right here, so I'm gonna keep holding shield. You got hit by the up tilt. So that's like a thing to be in, like you gotta be aware of in this matchup, and is playing against a Fox in general, is that they want that up tilt low percent, they want that nair, they want that dash attack. I'm not honest, like I get why they do it, but if your opponent's being pretty obvious, like I obviously that up tilt was a little too obvious and you fell for it. It happens, right? But now you know, like, okay, I'm just gonna keep holding shield because this player is just gonna mash attacks, and the tilt on the shield is actually punishable. Like, sure, you know what, that nair -2, whatever, I get that, but the Fox has to pick an option afterwards, right? The tilts, and if you're ever in doubt, just go to ultimateframedata.com. Great website, would recommend. We're gonna duplicate this tab, and if you're ever in doubt, choose another character. Okay, I don't know why that was harder for me than I thought. We're gonna go to Fox. The tilts are not safe on shield. You need to have options ready. Look at that up tilt, -18, right? Down tilt -12. These are options that are not safe on shield, and you need to already have prepared in your mind before you go into the matchup. What am I gonna do when the Foxman? Can we turn on night mode for this thing? That's actually more important than anything else right now. Probably not. Okay. Anyways, that's the thing you need to be ready in the matchup. So you can't punish the aerials if you shield it and don't parry it, right? Did I see Katakiri's matchup chart? No, the one he just posted. Yeah, it showed up on my timeline. It's whatever. It's honestly, I'm not terribly interested in the viability of Mii Gunner at top level play. I've been to his region. It's like everyone here in my region is like, yeah, Mii Gunner sucks. And I'm like, yeah, Mii Gunner does suck. But over there, I went to Frostbite, and I was like, man, Mii Gunner sucks, right? And people are like, have you heard of Katakiri? And how he's #1 in Columbus. I'm like, and how Mii Gunner is actually high tier. I can't do anything about the projectile. I was like, oh, here we go. It's tough. Like, him and I have different perspectives on the character, and that's fine. So let's just average it out. Say the character's mid tier. Because I say he's bottom 5. He sees his top 20. Let's just average it out, right? Or even give more let's weight. Give his opinion more weight because he's #1 Mii Gunner. Call it. Let's say the character's just not 20. Everyone here is like Mii Gunner isn't bad. To be very, very, very clear, just as a quick aside, when I talk about a character being good or bad, I specifically only think about this character at top level, actually top level play. And maybe this is my flaw as a player, but I simply cannot imagine Mii Gunner performing well, the character, like, actually performing well. And that's just me. Obviously Katakiri has his view. He's played that character longer than I have. So if maybe he sees something I don't, and that's fine. Right? It's fine for players that have different opinions on the same character. However, that character is still pretty underdeveloped and underrepresented. Gunner falls off as they fall into higher play. Tough to say. Maybe Gunner players just fall off. Maybe we're all just bad. But in general, I don't really like to waste too much time discussing the viability of obscure characters. Like, it's just is it like the character's okay? You know what? Gunner's okay. It's fine. Character's fine, right? It's not broken, right? And honestly, I feel like people use a tier list to try to justify their shortcomings as a player, and I really don't. I used to make like tier lists for fun with my character, but I started to feel like people do the wrong things. Like, you're not supposed to take a tier list and then use it to justify, like, man, I'm doing bad in my city, but that's because Mii Gunner sucks. I'm like, well, I don't really think that's it, man, because like, Katakiri could probably come to your city, get PR in it. I could probably go to your city, get PR in it. Buff Mii Gunner so I can cheat? No. A character... Actually, I'll level with you. I think the only buffs Mii Gunner needs are to his normal moves. That's it. That's actually the thing that sets him apart from the other zoners, is his lack of really great amazing normal moves. Basically, just combos off of normals, but that's it. I think Gunner out of shield up smash is fine though. He has out of shield up smash. Like the thing is, Wolf doesn't really have an out of shield option. Palutena doesn't have an out of shield option. It doesn't stop them from being top tiers. In reality, an out of shield option, you ideally shouldn't say give me an out of shield option, because that's really telling me you're shielding and you don't know how to win, right? Like that's an out of shield option should be like an extra privilege, and ideally you shouldn't be trying to shield safe things and then want to punish it. Nair is okay too. No, it's not an okay out of shield, but you don't have to, like, how do I say this? It is okay to not have an out of shield option because it just means you need to be more strict with your spacing. You can't just like shield things and like be like, oh, I shielded something, time to win. Like, no, I get it. There's some characters that can do that. Doesn't mean yours has to, right? Having an out of shield, yeah, it makes it easier. But that the thing is that basically I get it. Having an out of shield option helps you get mashers against mashers, but I actually think at top level play, I'm not too convinced. When you're talking normals, you're talking grounded ones or aerial ones. But I'm gonna go with both. The thing is, while the hitboxes for the moves look great on paper, they're attached to a character that doesn't have a great movement. And that actually means that hitboxes have to be bigger. Like, the slower your character is, the bigger your hitboxes have to be to compensate in order to have the same chances of landing that move. Because you have less aerial drift, right? And I'm not trying to say Gunners should have bigger aerials, although I think a longer range forward air would be nice. I think down air having a purpose that's besides having a real down air would be cool. Gunner jab kind of sucks. It'd be cool to give him a good jab. I think all characters should have good jabs. Like, I think all jabs in the game should be like frame 2 or 3, and they should be -9. That's just me though. That's just like a personal opinion. If every single character had a -9 jab, I think it'd be good. Giving any character more move speed would be a nice buff, right? Being one of the slowest zoners in the game, if not the slowest, right? It is fine to have a character, like, there's a zoner who is going to be the slowest zoner in the game, and the answer is, does the rest of the kit compensate slow move speed? And slow move speed in general, right? All other things being equal, is a huge setback for a character, because the slower your move speed is, the bigger your hitboxes have to be, the more strict your spacing has to be, right? There's a lot of things that you need to do to a character to compensate for slow move speed in general, and I simply don't think the character has that. Now, that being said, I'll be honest with you, I actually don't think that the flaws of Gunner become apparent until you fight, like, PGR level players, if I'm honest. So anyone using that character's flaws as an excuse for why they can't get the results they want in the city they're in their local city, especially when most local cities aren't necessarily the most stacked regions, I don't think that's fair. And that's one of the reasons why I don't like discussing the flaws of a character, because it's particular to exploiting zoners in this game in general, in any game actually, playing against zoners requires really good fundamentals and the concept of like spacing and zoning, because a lot of players, they don't realize this, but their problem isn't with the projectiles, is that they don't really have a plan for once they get over the projectile. Like, for instance, you're playing against Young Link, you're like, oh, I hate fire arrow, so you jump over a fire arrow and then you eat the nair, or then you eat a grab, because you jump over the fire arrow. Now what? You're not ready, like, for playing against it. Imagine if Young Link had no fire arrow. How would you play against him? What's the spacing you would be playing at? That's kind of what you have to do, right? Is you need to imagine two Young Links, one that can only throw fire arrows and one that cannot. How would you play against the two, right? And the problem is, a lot of players they realize quickly, I need to jump over projectiles. I need to not shield it, right? Okay, good, because you're like, I need to get in. Oh, I need to get in against Young Link. Yeah, of course, if you don't have a lead, you have to get in. But a lot of players don't know the second step, is they don't know how to play against the zoner's non-zoning tools. and they rely on trying to stuff out the zoner as the projectile's coming out, or they look for a quick answer and they pick a reflector. In reality, if you think you need a reflector to deal with projectiles, you're on the wrong page. That is just completely the wrong mindset, unless you're Falco. Falco reflector is pretty good just because it's the lowest risk reflector, and it's got a good reward. Anyways, right? I feel bad because this is supposed to be a VOD review and not just me ranting about the shortcomings of dealing with zoners. But it is a reality of situation that, unfortunately, how to deal with zoners is not really a topic that's discussed pretty well. I would say I don't think it's a topic that's discussed or even understood well, but it's something that all the top level players know, and that's why they don't struggle against zoners, is because, well, the top level players, of course, they're going to have good enough fundamentals to understand the concept of spacing, so they're going to jump over like a Youngling fire arrow, and then they're going to try to predict what's next, right? And it's up to the Youngling to mix that up. Like some Younglings, most Younglings will try to throw out another attack, and you got to be ready for that attack. Some of them will like to run up and grab you. You gotta be ready for spot dodging that grab. Some of them will like run up and fair you and start a funny fair combo. Some will just keep throwing fire arrows, and it's important to know which type of zoner you're playing against. Young Link is notoriously one of the most difficult ones because of how low end lag his projectiles have. But I think Meat Gunner is actually a good character to play against to learn anti-zoning fundamentals, since his it's like a more forgiving zoner. If you get hit by a super missile, just take damage, right? If you're getting hit by Meat Gunner Grenade, that thing is frame 36, and it's just quickly, like, if you get hit by that, if you're playing me, and you get hit by a Meat Gunner Grenade, I could just quickly tell you, this is proof that you're not watching my character, right? You need to be doing two things when you're playing against the zoner. You need to be either A, staring at the zoner, so you can react to the projectile coming out, or B, staring at the space between you and the zoner. Stop looking at your character. Look at the opponent, right? If you look at the Meat Gunner and you see him charging, you see him bending the arm back to charge the grenade. I say charge it, but I mean like use the grenade. You get a free punish every time. And a lot of players don't understand the concept of zoning, right? Of like, how far away do I stay from Meat Gunner? Or how far away do I stay from a zoner? When do I go in? Like, what's the space? People either try being too far away, so they eat a bunch of projectiles, or they try covering the whole stage in one single neutral interaction. They try to jump over a projectile, and they're like, I jumped over a projectile, and I didn't win the neutral interaction. This game sucks. And it's like, okay, look, there's multiple zones you have to break through, right? And the problem is, players don't really have this concept of, like, I hate the term zoning, right? But every character has certain, like, danger zones around them, right? You got the danger zone for the normal moves, the combo starters, that you get a better sense of as you play a character more. And projectile characters have two bubbles that you have to be aware of. But players aren't even capable of grasping the bubble on non-zoners. And they don't understand this concept of respecting, like, where do I have to stand? Like, where should I be? How far away from my opponent do I have to be, right? Just that simple question. It's hard to answer. There's a lot that goes into it. You have to play the game. But it's a thing that you have to become aware of through time. And zoners, if you don't understand that concept, you will keep losing to them. Because there are two things. There are two different zones when you're playing against zoners. Right? You got the projectile zone, and then you got the boxing zone. For lack of a better term, I hear it called, oh, Young Link is broken because he can zone and he can box. So for lack of a better term, that's what we're going to call it. You got the boxing zone and the zoning zone. Anyways, though, that will be I'm going to have a video coming out eventually, TM, on zoning and what to do against it, right? And I'll go through all these concepts. But in the meantime, we're going to look at this Fox Falcon. Sorry, the Fox and Falcon thing isn't what you all want to see, but I told the RawDawginRolo 3 months ago that I'd cover his VOD. I never got around to it, but we're going to get around to it now. We're going to see how he deals with this Fox, right? So he's going to get up tilted. Okay, you know what? Holding shield to get out of the combo. This Fox isn't very... I can tell this Fox is likewise not very familiar with his execution, right? Falcon can be a funny character to combo if you never played against a Falcon before or never practiced comboing a Falcon. Uh, Anyways, what's next? Okay, he rolls away. I think this is better than spot dodging, especially in a lot of situations. A lot of players will disengage, although I will say this, if you're choosing to disengage, consciously disengaging, right, and not just like rolling out of habit, I don't actually think back rolling you gotta be careful, because if you disengage frequently and you back roll frequently, it will get slower, and offline, rolling backwards is the most punishable roll, right? So having that in mind, I think jumping backwards poses a similar risk. Sorry, poses less risk, and you get the same reward, and you can have more control of spacing, because what if back roll sends you too far, right? So you can just jump back, and for those of you who don't know, when you press jump, if you can hold forward, hold back, or hold nothing at all, and you have 3 different jumps. This is a thing a lot of characters don't talk. You have 3 different jumps. You can either jump forward, jump back, or jump straight up, right? So if you're consciously retreating, you can drop shield, walk back, you can jump back, right? If that's your goal, I think there are better ways of accomplishing this goal of getting back other than rolling backwards every time. Rolling backwards is like easy for inputs, I get that, but jumping backwards, I believe, will give you more control of the spacing you want, right? Because what if you're too far away now to get like a dash attack whiff punish on your opponent's next option? Goes for this crazy Falcon dive. Let's go. Okay. We're going to call that a hard read. Or option coverage. Because this would have covered the fox just running up blindly. Also would have covered the fox jumping. Which a lot of foxes like to jump. Because they're like, I am fox, I must nair. Right? Alright. The raptor boost. Okay. So far not anything too obvious. Right? The raptor boost is a good mix-up. If you're not... Wait. This is Falcon Kick. Yo, my bad. Don't hate me. So Falcon Kick, it's a good mix-up because it's it's even on offline, it is unreactable, right? And it will stuff out a lot of options. But again, you have to assess the risk reward. Obviously, the more you use it, it'll start becoming riskier because your opponent can punish it. Whereas the reward kind of doesn't really start any combos, stuff like that, but it is pretty quick. Just travel a lot of distance, and it causes mental damage. You cannot forget that part. And goes to try to edgeguard this fox. I think he was pretty close, right? I think he was close. I think the idea was there, but I'm not sure about the up air though. Maybe there's an up air knee thing I don't know about at this percent from Sour Spot up air. I'll be honest, but I don't think so, right? I think Nair here will probably have been better. I think. We'll get you more position, right? But rapid boosting to the platform, it's good, but obviously this is a technique that is just slightly too reactable offline. I've had Falcons do this to me offline, and it feels like it's not hard to punish. Or react to in time. But if your opponent pre-commits to an option, this is good. If your opponent's pre-committing, right? But again, most of the time your opponent's being patient, that's just too punishable and they get the punish they want, right? I've seen crazy Falcon dives, just random Falcon uppies, but Falcon uppie has a surprising amount of drift, and I feel like an idiot every time I don't punish it appropriately, because I feel like I should be able to, right? But then I get mixed up. So anyways, you're gonna get back onto the stage right here, and I see your video's loading, but I see you're actually about to get the sick whip punish, because again, the fox has jumped too early. Yeah, like this fox is mentally buffered that jump into that nair, because they're like, oh, it's safe, it's like no lag. And you got the whiff punish, although I think the fox could have shielded this. I'm not sure what he pressed, right? I'm not sure what he pressed right there, but I don't think he should have been able to get that normally. So on that topic, a lot of opponents, when they do whiff a move, specifically when they whiff an aerial, they usually have a habit afterwards, right? Some opponents mash spot dodge, some hold shield, some will like roll away, and it's really important to try to like capitalize on this. I think running it and dash attack will only work if you're to try to like stuff out a move, because you know no opponent is going to just like sit there and press nothing, right? So if your opponent had jumped again, they would have punished this. If they had shielded, they would have punished this. This only covers basically one option, right? And it covers like the least likely one. And I'm honestly not even sure what the fox did right here. Let's try to find out. But YouTube today is being kind of slow, so we might have to just gloss over this. But yeah, but basically, is try to start getting a sense for your opponent's habits when they whiff. You might be getting a lot of free grabs, or if they do random spot dodges, you might be able to get like really free spot dodge reads into a smash attack, and everyone will say you're a god, but it was just a spot dodge read. But then it goes to show how rare it is to read a spot dodge in this game, even though it's really common. People are like, "Whoa, you're an amazing player," for doing like a 1 level read. All right, this is lagging so bad. So wait, was it actually a true punish? Well, whatever. Point is, it's pretty hard to time this IMO, unless you were trying to like beat out the Nair as it was coming down with the dash attack, which again, that's a very specific interaction. All right. Oh, that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to up air into Falcon Boost. Okay. That's obvious. Well, now you see that's obviously out of the percent window. That's pretty heavy commitment. Again, just do your homework. If you know that's an option, you should also know exactly which percentage that option will work. I know in the Smash community, people like bully you if you only know like, oh wow, you know the exact percentages for your combos. What a nerd! But like, especially if you're in a competitive environment, you're in tournaments, you're trying to perform your best, right? Really try to become a master of your character's technical execution, right? Become a master at the follow-ups, become a master at the combos. It's okay, right? People will call you a frame data nerd or a lab rat, and like, oh man, all you have is combos, whereas you're neutral, right? But they're just hating, right? You want to perform your best when you're at a tournament, so it's okay to have it memorized, the exact percent, which is up air into up B is true, or when it's at least a 50-50, right? So it wasn't true right there, that's fine. You're gonna eat these fox up airs. It's okay, you fought your way down. Now I'll be really careful here, right? Because this is an extremely common thing at mid-level, is that players haven't mastered, or they have a good sense yet of when their combo is true, right? So they go for a follow-up that's not true, and a lot of players, as a counter, develop a counter habit, and that counter habit is fighting your way down, right? And impulsively mashing an attack in disadvantage. And this works a lot against players who don't know when their combo is true or not. So they show no restraint, and they get hit for it. But unfortunately, you start developing a muscle memory that you may or may not be aware of, right? And this is a thing to look out for. I'm going to be looking out for in this VOD to make sure you haven't developed that bad muscle memory of constantly trying to fight your way down a disadvantage. Because once you fight against a better player who knows, I don't get anything else after this, I'm just going to sit here and wait for him to pick an option, you're going to get hit for that. I hate this fox player so much. But that's a funny mix-up, right? But ideally, you should hold shield if a fox is near your like horizontal level. Like, probably just hold shield and he can't cross it up. That was how I would do it. Like, although granted it was pretty high up, so you're like, he can't hit me right here, maybe. Or maybe you try to be funny. Did you just try to up tilt that side B? Okay, you're just trying to get clips, whatever, right? I think ideally you would shield that instead of trying to up tilt it and be funny. Okay, when you're on the platform and you miss a tech, I get it. We all miss techs, especially if they're from like it's a situation you weren't expecting, right? So you miss this tech. The fox player is literally right there. You decided to roll in. This roll in you did right here granted you no. Oh, let me pause it on that frame, right? this right here. So you're right here, right? You have like you have 3 options. You miss a tech. You can either get up, well, you have 4, right? But really you have 3 good options, and you have 1 bad option. The bad option you could pick is rolling in, right? And rolling towards the ledge you have nowhere to roll towards, right? That is the worst option you could pick, and you did pick it. I would recommend you could either wait to see what your opponent does. If you know they're going to go for an attack immediately, you could get up attack. That's actually a really common problem. Because a lot of players, they get the opponent on the platform. Yes, they miss attack. Time for me to go for my up air. And then the opponent get up attacks and hits their arm as it's coming through the platform. Right? So you could get up attack, but you can also roll away. Right? And your opponent has and if your opponent, obviously your opponent can punish that too. But I think this roll you did right there is the one option you should not do. Because that doesn't put you anywhere, and that just puts you vulnerable for a lot longer than neutral get up. And if that's a lie, if neutral get up and roll in have the same animation, have a vulnerability, and I'm just crazy, let me know. So let's see. Now you're trying to get off this platform. That jump is fine actually. So now you're trying to get off this platform. Fox whiffs his aerials, but ooh. I think this could be an indicator of things to come right here. This jump, down air. Now, I can see why you down air, right? I know why. Like that, I know the reward of that move. Even if you get the sour spot, it's pretty strong, right? I understand a low percent, it gives you combos. But you need to understand that if you're doing that from that high up, what is the only way that this Fox player can get hit, right? Is it would require horrible misspacing, and right here, this is a really common. He just whiff punishes you because that was extremely aggressive. He had so much time to react to you jumping all the way up there. He's like, okay, this Falcon player has to land, right? So he just he just started walking back. He just F smashed, and that's the thing you have to be conscious of. Is I hope this is a common thing too. Like people overcommit to their aerials once they're in the air. They think they have to land with that aerial, right? You just land, reset. Okay, that was a good drift. You air dodge, but you realized, oh wait, my spacings might not be great. So you did drift back. That was good. Fox player is coming to edge guard. He misses. Then you miss your back air. I think you got a little too antsy here. Oh, I think you were reading for the Fox to jump and re-grab ledge. Okay, then in that case it was fine. Yeah, that Firefox is pretty hard to attack, I'll be honest. Okay, but now respawn immediately. Try to run up and dash attack the Fox. This is like the least likely option that would work, right? When you respawn and you're invincible, an opponent is never... You're throwing out your own attack like this will probably never work because you're invincible. So your opponent has no reason to throw out an attack of their own, right? So you can't stuff out an attack. They also don't want to press no buttons right here, right? So this will only work if they're pressing literally no buttons or pressing an attack, neither of which are likely. Shielding, rolling, jumping, retreating to ledge, these are all infinitely more likely than an opponent trying to attack them and you stuffing out their move. So this dash attack is the least likely thing to have worked. Just consider that an opponent shielding here is extremely common. An opponent rolling behind you is extremely common. So you could go for a read and do a turnaround funny smash attack, right? Or you just run up and grab them and throw them off the stage. Or if you think they're gonna jump over you, you can read that too, right? But granted, this is the first stock that's been taken, right? So you haven't had time to figure out what this player's habit is. But just consider that the base option you have picked right here is the one that will basically never work. Or also your opponent can spot dodge here. That's pretty common too. And then I think that dash attack into jab 1, 2, 3. So there are 2 things wrong right there. I think your dash attack is so unsafe that there's that jab would not have. Please tell me that dash attack is unsafe. It's minus 13. That's actually not the most unsafest dash attack I've seen. It's relatively safe, I guess, for a dash attack. Still, the concept remains that your Fox could have probably just shield grabbed you, or up smashed a shield or something like that. So I don't know. I personally, I don't think this jab was a good idea, right? You didn't explicitly get stuffed out for going for it, but he kept holding shield too for some reason. Because he's not familiar with the fight. He could punish that. And he did a jab 1, 2, 3. If you're going to jab someone's shield, at the very least, go for a jab mix up. Like you don't just do the blind jab 1, 2, 3. Do like a jab 1, 2, back off. Jab 1, back off. Right? Jab 1, 2, 3. I try to mix up time. You do like jab 1, 2, 3. Jab 1, 2, 3. Right? At least go for jab mix-ups. Like, think about implementing those in your gameplay. If you do, players will be like, whoa, he just jab mixed me up? He's insane, right? So at the very least, do that. So now you get grabbed, thrown off stage. Okay, this Fox player has probably seen one too many Fox montages. So he just back through you and then tried to cheese you at 0. It didn't work, because you did an aggressive jump. Although, I don't know if you knew that this Fox player was gonna go for that, right? Maybe it's safe to assume because it's at 0%, right? But I'd be careful about jumping, of wasting your jump like that too early when you're off the stage. Like, you were close enough, I think, where you could have drifted and air dodged. That could have been the safest option. Right? And you could have kept your jump, and even if he read that air dodge and then 2-framed you somehow, you would still made it back because you still have your air dodge and everything like that. Whereas if you do that, you waste your jump, and then your opponent hits you, it could start getting hairy. Now, though, granted you're 10%, the odds... I can't really imagine a situation where you died even if you jumped right there. But it's just a general principle you should be applying. Okay, wait, wait. So Fox loses his stock. Let's see what happened here. Okay, you did a downer to call out the jump get up. Okay, every once in a while that probably works, right? But look at the position you ended up in. I'm sure there was a way you could have done this and ended up on the stage. So at the very least, doing that and ending up off stage is probably not the move, but maybe you reacted to the fact you got the hit and you stopped caring, right? But I think the percent Fox was that maybe staying on the stage and doing like a nair would have covered the same option, but maybe have been safer. Because I think even if you land with your downer, pretty sure your downer has some lag. 12 frames landing lag. I guess in the grand scheme of things, that's not that much lag, but still. Nair still... Please tell me Nair is less lag. I don't want to sound like an idiot. I will actually be upset with this game case. Honestly, it's not that much laggy. Nobody told me Falcon Dare was only 12 frames, but still. The concept applies. Knee might have covered that and neutral get up while staying on stage. Probably, but knee is definitely the laggiest option to be picking out of all of them. And you'd have to be really hitting them with the sweet spot to get the kill. And if you're trying to get them with the lingering sour spot just to knock them back off the stage, I think the dare is an option, and then the nair is another option. Right. But these are... I think the knee would have been pretty funny to do if he was like at 60%. He would have gotten a kill. But I think at that percent, you can start picking safer options that will yield you a lot of reward. Okay, so now Fox has respawned. See what Fox did? He tried to read your jump over him because he's invincible. That's kind of what you should be doing. Granted, he didn't guess correctly, right? Or he didn't have the right timing on his guess. But the concept is there. Okay, he ran up and hit you on the platform. You're just gonna get... This dare is gonna be a problem, I can tell. So this dare you did right here, I don't actually think that was a good dare, right? Because not only does it feel like the odds of that dare landing were pretty low, but even if you had landed, the reward you would have gotten is also rather low, right? And at this point, it's starting to feel like it's a kind of a giveaway, because you did it on the first stock, but you did it up here, right, where you jumped and came down. Now you're doing up here, and you're doing the dare, and you're covering like this area, right, where he's currently not at, and you can could have actually seen that he wasn't right there, and I guess the only way that would have worked, and he was stuck in lag from this up air. He couldn't have gotten there in time to run into that. Yeah, I just, it's really hard for me to imagine this dare hitting. Like, it would have been really unlikely, and you want to try to stray away from just moves that have a low odds of success. Now, you did get punished for this, but I'm not sure if that's because you were actually stuck in lag or because you had hit another option. He stuffed you out. Actually, let's find out. Actually, YouTube's lagging, so I don't like going frame by frame on YouTube right now. But we're almost here. We're gonna see. Let's see right here. Did you get stuffed out, or were you still stuck in landing lag? Fox really wants his dash attack. Oh, you try to F tilt. Yep, you try to F tilt. Again, risk reward. Even if you do land this F tilt, what do you really get out of it, right? And what's it gonna take for this F tilt to land, right? For this F tilt to connect, Fox will have to be like running at you with no hitbox. When in reality, Fox is trying. This Fox particularly has been running at you with, and if he's on the ground and he's running at you, if he's in F tilt range, he is dash attacking you, right? I get it. F tilt is your furthest reaching tool. You gotta keep in mind that the faster your opponent, and the more likely they are that they're going to be throwing out a move of their own when they get into this zone. Like what are the odds of a character casually being in F tilt range get lower? That faster that character is, or the more likely they are to use dash attack or moves of their own. Now, obviously, against slower characters, or if someone's in shield, maybe, right? You can see that F tilt angle down or something like that. And I've actually seen it at force tech situations before, so it's not a useless move. But I don't think this is the application for it, especially not after whiffing that move, right? Maybe he was coming up for a grab, but usually he's been dash attacking you, so. Yo, this Fox, though. I was not expecting that grab, actually. Okay. That was nice of him. Okay, that Fox kept going, so let me see how you get out of this corner. Alright, so Fox is throwing you into the corner. What option do you pick? You jump. That's a pretty impulsive jump, but Fox didn't punish you for it. However, Fox did throw out a hitbox, so I think Fox had the right idea. And I think you picked another option too quickly. Keep in mind that Fox had just thrown you, right? So if you land and you just got thrown, especially with a quick throw like that, you can hold shield again, because he actually cannot re-grab you that quickly, right? Like right now, as long as you're still glowing yellow, I guess your character is also yellow, so it's hard to tell, right? But if your character is glowing yellow, you can't get re-grabbed. Okay, yeah, it's really hard to see because of the video. But Fox isn't gonna like throw you forward, you immediately land. He literally cannot re-grab you. So chill. Just hold shield. Basically, you can hold shield for free. If you just got thrown, you get free shield because he literally cannot grab you. And it's not Lucina, it doesn't have a shield breaker, right? So just chill, right? A lot of players impulsively either jump or roll here, right? You impulsively jumped, and actually looking at this frame, I imagine you should have gotten punished. But things don't turn out that way, right? Things barely don't connect. Then you jump in knee, and I think this was the wrong idea, right? I think anybody, like, I think you're watching this right now, Rolo, you agree. Okay, you know what, that knee? Kind of greedy. Again, the odds of that knee connecting were low. You picked, like, your slowest aerial, right? And even if you had landed that knee, he's at 0. He's not going to die. You're not going to get to stock. So you picked a high-risk, low-reward option, right? Not really the thing you should be doing. So now you're stuck in lag on this platform. Now this Fox is not going to... So now you're able to jump again, though. Not that much lag. Not enough lag for Fox to punish you. And you start charging an F smash. Maybe this was a misinput. But this is obviously not the right time to use a smash attack. That sucks. He was not able to punish the smash attack on reaction. Oh, because he held shield. Alright. If I am a Fox player, or if I'm on the receiving end, if I see my opponent charging a smash attack, You gotta get out. You gotta have the confidence in yourself. By shielding, you're giving up this interaction, right? By this Fox player shielding, they gave up the interaction, right? They need to get into a position where they're outside of S smash range, right? In order to just run up and punish it. But he just sat there and shielded. He basically let this happen. This follow-up, they let it happen, right? You were able to spot dodge this in time. This should not have happened. But that being said, you then spot dodge into grab. And what this shows me is you didn't really spot dodge with a purpose, or you need to spot dodge, and when you do, you need to think about what you're spot dodging and why, right? And you need to think about, if I do spot dodge this move, what is my optimal punish, right? Don't just spot dodge and mentally buffer the next option, right? For instance, if you're spot dodging, you're like, I am going to spot dodge a grab. Okay, you spot dodge, look at your opponent. Because there's no reason to look at your character. After you spot dodge, don't look at your character. Why? Your character, you already know what's going to happen. Your character's stuck in a spot dodge animation. But your opponent, you see, okay, I just saw that they whiffed a grab. Okay, now I can even up smash them, right? You don't have to pick the fastest option you have to spot dodge cancel, because if your opponent is stuck, right, in the grab lag, you can actually spot dodge. They whiff grab, you can visually react to that and pick a really meaty punish, right? That isn't necessarily that spot dodge cancel jab or spot dodge cancel F tilt that you're going to go for. Here, you did a grab. Maybe it's because you saw a dash attack and you actually thought he was going to be right there, right? But he went too far, and that again could be unfamiliarity with the matchup. You thought that this dash attack wasn't going to go as far as it did, which I get that. Maybe you thought it was going to be right there. But likewise, if you think I am going to spot dodge a dash attack, you need to mentally react to it, and you should have turned around and F-tilted this guy that way or something like that. Or turn around and like upbeat him or something because he's behind you. You could have, that's what you should have done. I think instead of this grab, it really feels like you weren't sure what options you were trying to spot dodge. Because also you're at 44%. He's not going to like what is he really going to do? He's just going to go for a grab or a dash attack. So you whiff the grab, you get hit for it. It happens. You miss a tech, you gotta tech those. Enough said. Wi-Fi, hard to tech. Not much more needs to be said about that. E misses the punish though. We take those. Falcon kick. I'm actually gonna say this Falcon kick looks okay if you reacted to the fox being in the air, and that the fact that the fox was... Let's be real, this fox hasn't really mixed it up. He's jumped and landed with an aerial. Jumped and landed with an aerial. In fact, let's see how he just punished you, right? So you roll behind him, he jumps. So if you reacted to that jump and you Falcon kicked, that was good. That was good. And I think his up smash would have covered the fox actually in mashing a button to land aggressively. So actually, what I'm going to say, this right here, this fox is right, now he can act. Or now he can act. I actually think your spacing was slightly off, but it is very likely that this fox could have landed with a nair, and your up smash being pretty big, that's got a funny hitbox, you might have been able to scoop him, right? But instead, he actually chooses to jump instead of attack. But I actually think the idea was okay, especially if you have combo starters from your smash attack at that early percent, which you might. I really don't know if Falcon up smash starts a combo at 13%. If it does, go for it. But if it doesn't, maybe think of another option right there you could have done that would have covered the attack option. If that was the only thing you got, well then I think you picked fine. And now the fox is gonna come down with the aerial. When you smash attack, okay, that's funny. Did you try doing another one? No. You had to have been stuck in lag, right? You tried to do 2 up smashes. That one's okay. Alright. That was kind of reaching. That was kind of a reach, I think. I would have highly recommended a shielding or something. Or at least mixing up what you do after. You gotta mix up what you do after you with a smash attack. I guess technically doing 2 smash attacks in a row is a mix-up. If you had reason to believe that will work, that's great. Okay, you missed the tech again. But not much to be said about that. You did the down air. And now we see that down air connect. However, this is another topic, is if you're not familiar with this concept, you need to detach yourself from... You need to look at the options you're picking and think about them as a risk-reward and not just focus on the reward. You gotta really think of it as like, I'm picking this, this is the risk, this is the reward, this is what it covers, this is what it doesn't cover. And you need to think about why you're doing it. Because look, that downer, I already talked about how it was bad, right? It landed once. So now it's landed 1 out of 3 times, right? But you got no reward out of it. Like, you only got 13 damage, but the risk was you get hit, you're gonna get bopped for it again. That was the risk, right? Or the risk was the Fox player just inputs his up air a little bit faster, and you lose this interaction, right? And you got nothing, and you still got punished for it. So that's because it's not really a great option to be pressing. It's not unsafe as hit as you think. So anyways, now you're on this platform. This is a funny mix-up. You gotta go for these every once in a while. Right? It's right before you land the Falcon Kick. This is actually a mix-up. I've been hit by this before. I'm genuinely not expecting it, right? But it's sometimes I just don't think a Falcon's gonna land like this. It can mix it up, especially if the Falcon hasn't landed with an aerial on my shield. Because sometimes Falcon players don't want to land with like Nair or Fair on my shield if they're facing me. So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna shield because they're not gonna attack. And then lo and behold, I get a Falcon Kick. So that part's fine. But I think this I'm starting to see a pattern that whenever you jump off a platform, you always try to fight your way down. That could be a problem. I think there you got stuffed out too. Looks like I got stuffed out for an F tilt right here. I actually had missed this originally. Down air. Oh, I see. So that didn't actually get punished for the down air. You got punished for your F tilt that you did again. And again, that's just a thing we already discussed was you need to think about what are the odds of your F tilt working. And you've done it once before already, and it didn't work that time either. And likewise, as you can see, it's probably too risky to be throwing against a character who's really fast and who really wants to dash attack you, right? And the reward, should you actually land an F tilt, probably not great. In reality, if you suspect that your opponent is very favoring dash attack, you need to be conscious of that and try to space yourself. Like when Fox is trying to keep dash attacking my shield, I just have clips of me just sitting in shield, and I'm like, bro, you're just gonna dash attack. I'm just gonna shield and punish it. That's how you gotta play. Don't try to like beat out the move in its startup or anything like that, because it's gonna beat out your move in startup. It's fast. Okay, it's Falcon Kick. Raptor boost. To be fair, I actually thought that this Fox was going to hold forward. Right? But I'm starting to feel like you get into an opponent's... Like, you mentally commit to approaching. And hitting your opponent. Right? So if it's not a Raptor boost or a dash attack, it's going to be... if it's not a Falcon Kick, if it's not a Falcon Kick, it's going to be a Raptor boost. If it's not a Raptor boost, it's going to be a dash attack. Like, I don't think I've seen you, like, just dash grab him yet. And even then, like, the concept is, I feel like once you commit to approach the game, I'm going to approach this Fox. I'm going to get in right now, right? It's a little too obvious, I feel, right? But maybe it's not, or maybe I'm just crazy, but, so yeah, your Falcon, could have punished that. This is a learning experience for both of us. Let's just see how unsafe on shield that is. And if Fox had an option for that, those are the grabs. That looks pretty safe, actually. Minus 12. Would you look at that? That's actually relatively safe, huh? Relatively. So yeah, as long as you're smart about your mix-ups after that Raptor boost. Please tell me that's Raptor boost. That is Raptor boost. Alright, if you're pretty wise about how you mix it up, you could probably get some free punishes on your opponent. And right here, actually, you did do the spot dodge react, right? Or maybe you read that dash attack, but that was good. You actually, I'm pretty sure you spot dodge, F tilted the other way. See, you had time to react. You didn't spot dodge cancel the spot dodge because you didn't need those 5 frames of spot dodge cancel. This is actually the thing a lot of players think they need to spot dodge cancel. You should only use spot dodge cancel when you sat down, you thought about it. What option are you trying to spot dodge that you need to spot dodge cancel? If you do, well, then you gotta input it. But otherwise, make the most out of the situation. Sit there, assess, especially grabs. Grabs are really punishable. They're even more punishable in this game than Smash 4. So, anyways, you did the F tilt. You got the tech chase. Just gotta work on your tech chases. You get reversal. It happens. Just work on your tech chases. You're up in the air, and I see you. You're inputting it down there. So yeah, I'm sorry to see this is definitely a habit now, right? Because that was the biggest stretch of a downer I have seen so far, right? From you this match, because yeah, your down air's frame 16. It'd be one thing you had like a frame 4 down air, and you could like punish people who don't know their combos. This is a frame 16 down air. This isn't gonna combo break anything, right? This is not gonna punish anyone. I said I have a notification here. I don't even know what it is. Oh wow, that's me. Okay, so I was gonna say. So yeah, this can't punish anyone. Load, please. Another down air. Okay. So yeah, this is basically what I just said about down airs 3 times. That downer is fine, right? I see what you're going for. If it has a chance of working, and you get a whole stock from it, that's fine, right? That's fine. That's a much better risk reward. Edge guarding with down air is a significantly higher risk reward than trying to like fight your way down with it. Thank you. You actually did. There's something subtle here. I'm just gonna point it out just so everyone sees. Is a lot of times players feel like they have to land on this platform because it's in their way. But you just held down and went straight to the ground. It held shield. Thank you. That was good. That's actually really hard because I have to guess. I see you jump and there's a platform in the way, and for a lot of players, I just guess that you're gonna land on the platform because most players land on the platform. But you could just hold down. Like, in theory, you could play Battlefield like it's FD. If you always hold down, you could literally pretend that platforms are not there and play as if they're not there, right? There's nothing obligating you to always land on the platform. And you just demonstrated that. Thank you. That's actually a topic I was going to cover in one of the videos. Is Battlefield is just FD with platforms. But you got to really think about it like it's a final destination. But their platforms are there if I want them. Sometimes I might not want them. That's okay. We just hold down. And you hold shield. Thank you. And please, you get this punish. Hell yeah. Okay. Oops, smashed. Pummeled a bit too long. It happens. It happens. Now you know, though. Although after you break, someone breaks out of your pummel, remember that you can't re-grab them, right? So optimally, here's what I think you should do, right? Until your opponent proves to you they're like big brain or whatever, is a lot of times players will be like, because they're mashing their controller, right? When they break out of a pummel, they'll keep mashing. So if you hold shield, you could like re-grab them or re-punish them, because jabs are really unsafe on shield. So if someone like jabs your shield, you can like up smash out of it or roll behind them if they do the really long multi-jab. So just keep that in mind. I don't know what button you press right there, but if you both press jab, you might lose. Your jab's frame 2, right? Fox's is frame 1. Did you just get stuffed out? Oh, Fox's is frame 2 and yours is frame 3. Unfortunate. You might have both pressed jab and you lost to that. Alright. You're getting knocked off stage. Yeah, that was like that one was too obvious because that was like the 3rd time you've done it. Right? But now, it's okay though. The thing is, you gotta go for greedy options. Hello, Nico _ SSBU. Like, you gotta go for the greediest options you could go for until your opponent proves to you that you can't go for them, right? Until your opponent proves to you, you have to give them a little more respect. Yeah, give them a little more credit than that, right? But don't assume an opponent's going to catch on to a habit until they've proven that they are able to catch on to habits, or specifically punish that one, right? Because for all you know, this fox might have tried to run up and fair cheese you again, but he didn't. He actually waited this time. But it's okay. He didn't kill you for it. He could have, right? But since he didn't, now you know. Although, kind of use your jump a bit early here. IMO? Well, we'll see. Hold on. Raptor boost. Just F tilts instead of S smashes. You could have done anything else. Jump. Okay. I was close to not working. That was pretty close. Okay, both of you just... This is kind of a little awkward situation right here. Yeah, the fox wasn't in a position to let trap you. So you're on the roll on stage. And he did an ambiguous dash attack. I'll give you that one. Right? Or at least it looked ambiguous to me, but I'm not too familiar with the fox matchup. Yeah, this is pretty ambiguous. I don't blame you. I actually don't know which side of you he was going to end up on. He ends up in front of you. You dropped shield and guessed wrong. I'm pretty sure you definitely don't have time to like drop shield, input a tilt when it comes to punishing that dash attack. But let's see. Minus 17? Oh, I guess you barely do, huh? Barely have time for that. Anyways, Nico_SSBU, howdy. If you have any questions, let me know. RawDawginRolo is not actually in the chat, so I'm actually just talking to him as if he was here. He's not. But as you can see, I have been streaming for 1 hour and 11 minutes, and we have covered 1 minute and 37 seconds of this. Oh my god. I'm never gonna get done. He sent me a 25-minute VOD review, but I go through this so slowly. Okay. Ooh, yeah, this is again what I was talking to you about. You committed to a jump too early. When did he request his VOD review? 3 months ago. So, anyways, you should go faster then probably. The thing is, I don't want to gloss over anything, right? So, anyways, I really don't want to gloss over anything. I don't want to feel like, because there's always a lot to cover, right? I don't know what he knows or what he doesn't know, right? So I'm just gonna go. Maybe a lot of this he's like, oh, I already knew that, Carlos. You're an idiot. I was looking for big brain things. Okay, so Fox has jumped into the air. To be fair, but more or less, by the time when the Fox is up here, this is when you can react to a Fox thing in the air. So now they're both in the air, right? So he inputted jump when he thought Fox was still on the ground. So now he has jumped. Now Fox has jumped, right? Okay, now what happens? You know what? I'm going to say this part of the interaction was okay. This back air was actually okay. The reason that is I actually think you were trying... You jumped, you saw Fox here. So your brain, you're like, oh, he's right here. Let me input. And that's fine, right? But what's not fine is when you landed, you inputted the down tilt the wrong way, right? And even if you had inputted it the right way, I think the concept here was the Fox, you need to recognize that your back air whiffed in the air. Why did it whiff? It whiffed because your Fox had already landed. That means he's an advantage. He's got a frame advantage, right? And you should probably be shielding right now. Until Fox proves you they're going to grab you. But even if Fox grabs you right now, he's not going to kill you, right? But if he decides to do a smash attack, that might kill you. And didn't kill. That's so sad. Please buff Fox. So yeah, I think that concept, even if the down tilt was the right way, I think you still would have, it was still the wrong idea, and I think the F smash would have still worked. So be careful, right? I think if you're whiffing that aerial, you probably should have shielded until the player proves to you that they're like, oh, I know that when you whiff aerials, you shield, and I'm going to grab you. And even then, I definitely sometimes just like, you know what, I'm just going to shield. You want Fox, you want the grab, get the grab. I just don't want to get smash attacked. Right? And while ideally that's probably not how you want to play, you want to also know when the Fox player is going to grab you and then probably spot dodge and punish the grab. If I don't feel like playing that risk, I just won't shield. Again, ideally, you would know when they grab and you spot dodge. Okay, this funny edge guard. I think you could have drop zone Sour Spot need him. Maybe and traded? No, he would have still lived. Don't really know. Anyways, try to edge guard. It's not working. It happens, right? It looks like edge guarding Fox should be easy, but I always mess it up too. So sometimes I'm like, you know what? I don't think I can edge guard that. He's too far. He's too low for me to actually swat him out. I would have to predict and swat him out as he's rising, and then he's gonna be able to tech it. If I hit him when he's rising, he's gonna tech it because Fox players get really good at teching things that are techable, right? So you know what? At this point, and the odds of me landing this spike on him really low, and I'm at a pretty high percent. I don't want to be messing this up because if the upbeat runs into me, now I have to tech something against the stage. It's a lot harder to tech, right? So, anyways, right? I might have just assessed that scene is too low for me to edge guard. I'm just gonna get back on the stage and try to ledge trap. How does this Fox ledge trap? He doesn't. Epic. Or was he reading a roll? Less upward speed near the end because it slows down so his timing was off? Damn, see? That's crazy. I did not know that. I did not know that in particular. Like, I know... Like, I kind of feel that. Kind of feel that, actually. Now that I think about it. That kind of makes sense. Oh, I can kind of see it, yeah. Also, Fox mates can choose to run it against the stage to further mix up the timing. Which makes it even... That's another variable that can make it even harder. Obviously, from that low, you can't really run it against the stage. Anyways, I probably would just ledge trap right here. Okay, I think Fox was trying to read a roll in. But he was definitely had the wrong timing, and you just got up and grabbed. I mean, why did you input a grab here? Let's see. He had jumped. Neutral get up to grab. I'm not sure what you saw, but be careful. Right? You gotta be very careful. Like, because even if he had back your shield or something like that, I actually don't know why you grabbed it there. It's okay, it happens. Now you're holding shield. You actually saw him with a move. You shouldn't have held shield right there. You actually saw that dash. You actually saw that F smash, right? I know you were grabbing, right? But if you're watching him and the spacing between y'all, you saw him whiff that F smash. You actually had no reason to hold shield yourself. He's currently lagging. Now you're both holding shield. This brings back some memories. Oh, drop shield, run up smash. That's a Fox thing to do. He should have just run up and grabbed you, but that smash almost worked, and I actually think it had just been a bit so slightly differently with his spacing. I think this might have killed. Yeah, okay, so this right here is extremely greedy and also really common. I don't know if Fox's parry was intentional, but it looks like it was intentional. But him standing still I get the feeling this is actually intentional. This is really common, right? Players like jump up and they try to fight their way back onto the stage when they have no jump and they're gonna back air. I'm gonna parry it and I'm gonna get a smash attack, but I'm gonna whiff it for some reason. Okay. The point is that was a wrong idea. That was definitely the wrong idea. You should try to not do this. IMO, if you are gonna do this, you should try doing it with something that's not an attack. Like, mix it up. Like, you could do this back air, but really what you could have done is you could have jumped backwards, right? Landed near the stage, and then, like, reversed the up B. And that would have covered the parry or the shield. Because the players just like to hold the shield there, too. And they don't actually go for that parry. But, anyways. Up tilt, it's gonna send you up, not gonna kill. Okay, both of you did random up smashes, so it cancels out. Let me see how you try to land right here. What time is it? That is 3:21. Really has been 1 hour 20 minutes of this. Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about earlier. Whenever you get out a hit stun, you're throwing out an attack, right? And I understand you're trying to get out a tumble so you can fast fall, right? But you gotta be really careful. And it feels like, while this one wasn't too bad, I can't help but shake the feeling that this is a habit. Because if I was Fox, I could have just sat right here, right? Because I could see you slowing down. I could see you're not continuing to drift over here. I could have actually just sat here and waited, right? I don't even have to hold shield. I could just sat and wait because you're gonna impulsively mash something right here, and even if you mash down air, you can't get down here fast enough with your down air, right? And since you're in tumble, you can't just like drift slowly down and then down air and then fast fall. You weren't gonna do that. So this Fox player kind of like gave up the advantage seat too soon. I think he tried to run up in back air, expecting you to go on the platform. So yeah, actually I don't know what he's going for. But point is, you should consider not always doing either a back air or down air to get out of tumble. Try mixing it up. I don't know what's happening. That dash attack's in nowhere. We're gonna see all this again. This is good. This right here that you're doing, this was good, because you haven't done this all game, right? What you did right there is just doing like 2 empty short hops. That was actually 1 short hop, you waited, then you up smash randomly. But this guy up smash randomly for no reason too, so it cancels out, right? But this was, you did a little jump forward to space yourself, right? Fast fall, because you're like, my backer's not gonna hit. So that was good. You should do more of that. You don't. That caught me off guard. I was like, wait. So that's pretty good. See, from right here, you jumped forward, you landed. Yeah, I don't know what this up smash was, right? But you did one right here, right? You saw him move forward, or actually you didn't react to this at all. You didn't have time to react to this, but you're like, oh, I need to space myself a bit forward, right? I don't know necessarily what option you had in your mind, and that's good. I can't predict what you're thinking right now, which is good. Because these are empty short hops, you're back facing towards me, I don't really know what you want, right? And that means neither does this Fox. And this is the most ambiguous movement that you've done all game. And it has to be a kill percent. Hello. Hello, is that the world famous Shadow Fox XD? Wow, we're not playing. We are analyzing a VOD. This is the world famous RawDawginRolo. You're not in camera.
Yeah, he is now.
Oh, he is now.
Do it.
No,
Danny wanted me to Fortnite in your stream.
Fortnite dance in my stream? Yeah, but move a little bit over here.
Alright.
Alright, this is gonna be a gift. You can see the little camera right here.
Yeah, I see. What's up?
This is gonna be a gift to the world famous RawDawginRolo once he sees his VOD. Is Shadow Fox XD showing up in the VOD review. So hey, Shadow Fox XD, there's a fox on screen.
Yeah, it's a fox. I'm judging him hard now.
Right, yeah, judge him hard, right?
I'm not doing the Fortnite hate you.
Come on, because there's a fox on screen now. I'm interested.
Okay, so anyways, you're gonna load, and now you dashed in, and I think this is good, right? I didn't expect the fox to dash attack because it's not at this percent. I'm expecting. I'll be honest, I'm expecting a up smash, right? I can't imagine anything else a fox wants at this percent. Especially not at this level. Like, I don't think he's gonna have the patience to like dash back and bait you. Likewise, you're pretty sure he's gonna try to run up and up smash me right now. So I think if you try to do a dash attack or dash grab, I think it was a good idea. Obviously, the dash attack came out now, so you got stuffed out, but you're not gonna die. And again, you try to fight your way down. This time with a nair, and this time it worked out. But keep in mind how many times it has not worked out. Right? So now, let's see what we're going to do here. That's a ballsy Raptor boost. We both know that thing doesn't have armor until after it finds someone. So you gotta be really careful when you try to trade with something, right? So that was kind of a reach. but I get it. Now, for some reason, this fox, you know, kind of like... I don't think he reacted to this. I really don't think he reacted to that raptor boost. I think he was just coming down from the platform. He's like, I don't have more lag if I nair, so why not nair? And, well, it worked out, right? And that's too high a percentage in a tech chase. Damn, that sucks. Buff fox, right? Now he's gonna whiff this F smash. This jump is fine, but you gotta be careful. If the fox was really expecting this jump, and this is kind of common because this one is a bit more of a call out. In order for someone to punish this jump, it's more of a call out, right? And it would require the fox to double jump back air you in order to punish that. This right here, this is actually pretty common. Like once something is barely not into tech chase, a lot of players will choose to jump instead of either air dodging into the ground or best yet, auto canceling. Now you're so close to the ledge, right? You don't want to re-grab ledge, so you're gonna jump. Personally, I think most good players probably would have read this jump, right, and like just ran up and back air you. But I don't think this fox is gonna do that. So it's not terrible. I don't think this is a terrible option. Just keep that in mind. This might get you smacked because it's a common situation. How do you feel, Shadow Fox XD?
After the tech chase, I definitely would have just spammed back airs and up airs there.
Yeah, back airs and up airs. Yeah,
I definitely would have just started just throwing stuff out there.
But you're a good fox player. This fox
Even
player
there,
is not.
probably could kill. Like
Even there, yeah.
Strong there kills at this
But
point.
so you would have anticipated this jump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After there's nothing to do.
Exactly.
I don't know what the forward smash is about.
I don't know what the forward smash is about either.
Like,
but it's gonna whiff.
Like right here. If you didn't,
big down smash. Big falcon kick. We take those. Now you got him. For that thing I was talking to you about earlier, where you jump back onto the stage and try to fight your way back on the stage because you didn't want to grab the ledge again. So you just skipped the ledge and you jumped. Now you hit him for that, right? So as you can see, it's a common problem, right? And you were ready for it. Like like this right here, trying to fight your way back onto the stage, super common. You did it earlier and he parried it, right? You just charged the up smash and hey, your up smash is good reach. It's gonna work. It's gonna take the stock. So it's good that you recognize that is a thing players do. He finally grabbed you. Hey, alright. But now you see why he doesn't want to grab you. You're like, okay, you can keep grabbing me, bro. I don't care. Okay, that F smash was a reach. That F smash is a reach. I see you're starting to play a bit more tricky. Ironic. It's very interesting. I think you're playing a lot better when you're at kill percent than you were before. I'm having a hard time predict your moves, and you're actually like trying to bait him. Like there, you held shield because you understood the risk reward of holding shield in that situation. So you get a good understanding of that, right? You air dodged right there. All the other times you've been attacking your way down, just air dodged, right? You even try to like hit him up. You try to hit him off there for free, right? So you got the ledge. You see him F smash, so you react, neutral get up. Yeah, he probably wasn't gonna like F smash twice or F smash down smash. That would be kind of a reach. But he's gonna go back, try to read a roll, but he misspaced it. You did not roll. So now you have reacted to this F smash. What do? You jump. That's fine, right? You did his nair. That nair is kind of a reach. I don't think it was the best nair. I think the concept is fine. I think you could have. I thought you were actually gonna double jump over him, right? Because he'd have to like hard read that double jump over, right? And he likely was not. Okay, you played a bit trickier right here. You just did like a little empty hop to bait him out, but you got the bait. You baited out an option, but I'd be a little careful because you came a little too close down, and you should be scared of that up smash. I actually thought that fox would have up smashed you right there, like reacting to the fact, oh, he's gonna land with aerial. I'm gonna trade YOLO Unga Bunga. It didn't work out. He actually went for a grab that wasn't gonna kill for some reason. Then you jump over. Whatever, you're gonna get over him. And now he runs up and he up smashes. It happens. Happens to the best of us. I think you were playing fine though. Again, you're gonna do the jab 1, 2, 3 like that. Again, that's the second time now. When you respawn and you're invincible, your opponents are not gonna try. I already talked about it earlier, right? Basically, that's like the least likely thing to work is an attack. Just a raw run-up attack is the least likely thing to work when you're invincible. Yeah, that was a reach. Okay, I think the fox had the right idea, right? He predicted your roll. He just had bad execution. Okay, Okay, that was good. Alright. You realized, you know what? My back is facing towards him. I have no out of shield option behind me except for Raptor Boost. Hey, how fast is your uppy out of shield turn around actually? These are the real questions. I think it actually should be fast enough to punish a Fox aerial. Sorry, a Fox tilt. Uppy, frame 14. Hey, coincidentally, guess what's like minus 14 or worse? Fox up tilt. So the next, or even Fox dash attack. So that's one thing you could keep in mind, right? Is you don't have to respect Fox up tilt like you were. It's fine if you don't know to jump away from situations you don't know. Like that's okay. Like you're not picking the wrong option, but you're not picking the best option either, right? And you need to be aware in matchup specific things which you can and cannot punish with your moves in order to get the most in that matchup. Because otherwise, people are just going to start hitting your shield and they're like, well, you're just jumping away. You're not really punishing me, so why would I stop using my moves? Eventually, that up tilt is going to hit. His Fox... Sometimes this Fox lands the up tilt and I'm like, oh, this Fox knows what he's doing, but he actually just knows what to do after the up tilt, right? That's a thing to keep in mind too. So up tilt, you could have up B, you jump away, it's fine. Now you do the up B right there. That up B was kind of a reach, although I guess there's a chance that he would have jumped into it, but I think that double jump away, also that you did right here, that was fine because you've done it rarely. So your opponent wouldn't have predicted it. I would have anticipated probably if you're going to jump back like this, a lot of players would just like landed with an aerial right there. You actually started playing better and you're like, you know, I'm just going to jump away this time. Although if you do this too much, if you just double jump as a mix-up anymore, it stops being a mix-up, and if your opponent predicts your double jump, they can just follow you, and you have to land eventually into them. And that's a mix-up game you fundamentally don't want to be playing. Okay. Okay. Those downers are kind of reaching. Do you back air here? You back there. Okay. Yeah, that's basically... You gotta be careful about that, because even if those downers connect, what do you really get out of it versus the risk of the Fox running up and up airing you, right? Likewise, that back air that you did right there from the platform is extremely common if your back is facing someone and you drop through a platform to back air. That is extremely common. And offline, although granted you did do one thing right and you just fell through the platform rather than like you just fell straight through into the back air, so it was kind of a mix up, right? Granted. But you gotta be careful not to always like fight your way down, because if Fox parries something like that and he gets an up tilt, you're not gonna have a good time. Whereas if you land that back air, I don't think you get that much out of it. Okay, he ran into your jab. Okay, that's a concept. I don't like what you did there though, like where you were on the ground, you jumped up, and then you landed with a down air this way. I think you're kind of just like wishing that that hitbox will connect, and it feels like you're not getting enough reward to justify wishing that hard. Okay, that was a funny tech chase, but I don't think that is an option that's going to work most of the time. You need to be cleaner with your tech chases, and the longer you wait, the more of a reset it is, and the less likely you get a reward. That it worked right there, but ideally, I think you should be like, you should recognize when you're in a forced tech chase, run forward, and know when you can react and when you can't. If it's Wi-Fi, it feels like you can't react, but offline, Captain Falcon is a character that's fast enough where the opponent tech's in place, you can grab, they tech behind you, can react and dash grab, run forward, they can dash grab again, right? What are you looking at?
I was just looking at the chat.
The chat, yeah, no one, it's okay, no one's chatting right now.
Seeing who was there.
It's the world famous Nico _ SSBU.
Isn't he famous? Isn't he PR? What a god.
Yeah, what a god, who does that?
12.
Yeah, he's literally 11. He's crazy.
I can't believe I have a 10-year-old in her PR.
They shouldn't let 9-year-olds play the game, honestly. Anyways. So, yeah, you need like, you're too far away from the person. I think your spacing for tech situations is off, right? Just practice that. So I think that Raptor Boost was kind of wishing. You just took his double jump right here. Now, I want to see what you do with the knowledge of you taking his double jump. You jumped yourself. Now keep in mind, I'm pretty sure you just took his double jump. We're gonna see that again in slow-mo. Right? You should watch out for those rings right there. like these little rings. That's always something you'll be looking out for to see if your opponent has no double jump, right? Like it looks like he jumped again, but he can't jump, right?
Also, that wasn't gonna sit Fox anywhere.
Huh?
Fox's fast probably wasn't gonna
Yeah,
go anywhere.
yeah.
Not that percent.
Like it wasn't gonna work. It was extra not gonna work because he had no jump. So he just landed. He jabs, and then you match this down there that whiffs. You just land before the down air comes out. So it really shows to me that you're like compulsively down airing. So that's the thing you have to work on. It's okay. Fox doesn't know his follow ups from up tilt. Okay, that was kind of crazy. Hold on, I'm gonna watch. Yeah, I'm gonna watch all this again. It's kind of crazy. So Fox has nared your shield. He's now behind you. He's probably an up tilt. So keep holding shield. Never ever try to grab the nair. It's -2. Yeah, you gotta keep thinking. That nair forces you to keep thinking and predict the Fox's next option. If for some reason the Fox is gonna land and shield, then your grab will work. Otherwise, don't. Just keep holding shield. But don't worry, the up tilt connects. And he couldn't get another up tilt. I don't think he knew that. I've seen Foxes like up tilt once, turn around and grab.
Yeah, at 0, it's not happening.
Huh?
At 0, it's not happening.
Like no, but because they shield.
Yeah, but yeah, that point.
Like there's nothing true.
Turn around, jab with shield. See what
Yeah,
you're doing.
like just turn around, like grab, because most opponents hold shield because they're like they're trying to air dodge a combo that isn't.
Yeah, it's
That's
not
not a
happening.
Like you just assume, like if you're getting hit by a Fox, you just assume,
Yeah,
oh yeah,
oh,
one
yeah,
up
it's
tilt
a
that looks
combo.
like it should combo to
Yeah,
5
but
up
it
tilts,
doesn't.
but it doesn't. Right, but it's okay. Now you grab him. Okay, this Fox is doing the same thing I was saying about about your Falcon. The same thing as Fox should not be. There's no reason to nair up there like that. Not only did he try to fight his way down and he traded, he tries to fight his way down again. He's not even facing the same way. This shows me this Fox is a compulsive attacking at a disadvantage habit, right? Then you hit him with a nair. I think yeah, you should have done a falling up air or commit to having both hits of the nair connect. I think because he fast fell after the first hit, which is something I saw you do earlier, the second hit isn't connecting. And then Fox, of course, just unga bunga falls with an up air. But it lands. No follow up. Okay, up tilt. Yeah, you need to be punishing these. Yeah, you gotta punish it. It's okay. Now you know that the up tilt's punishable, so it changes the matchup. Ooh, okay, that was close. Okay, Raptor boost. That knee was kind of wishing. Okay, that downer is really wishing, but that's the first downer I've really seen you do on someone's shield or someone who's grounded. Which, as far as I know, I think if you're going to downer, you should be trying to hit a grounded opponent with it so you can get the most follow up you can. You should also be trying to land a sweet spot. As far as I know, I also don't think you should be trying to go for the downer as much as you are. Now this Raptor boost, oh, connects. F smash it. Okay, everything's going to shit right now. That's tough. Got 2 framed. It happens. That happens. But anyways, those last 10 seconds are kind of chaotic from both of y'all. I think both of y'all looked like y'all were playing a bit just nervous, just like throwing out moves. Like that Fox was just throwing a down air. You were nowhere near. Down air, hoping connect. Your Raptor boost, you're throwing an up air, but he's nowhere near. He backed you. You're nowhere near. You did land into that F smash, but he had no reason to think you would be right there. Because the majority of players, this right here, most players would assume that you would land on this platform, but you went straight through, which is fine. For some reason, this Fox anticipated that. Like, I don't know what he was reading. It was not this. I can tell you that right now. Right? You jump, and then you get 2 framed, and that happens.
I'm trying to see the end of this game. He definitely jumped here early.
He did.
You're going way lower if you're going to go low.
Exactly.
If you're going to go high.
So this is actually, I have 25 minutes of video to review RawDawginRolo, but as you can see, I am 3 minutes and 30 seconds into the video, and it took me an hour and a half. So I am going to assume that there's more of the same in the follow-up videos. So we're going to watch a little bit. I'm only going to pause if I notice something.
We got a Terry. Get me out of here.
We got a Terry. Okay, we're not...
I don't fight shadows.
So yeah, you know, it was an hour and a half. I would say that's a good length for a VOD review. There's like, I don't want to like overwhelm myself either with with such a long video. So I'm gonna call it right there. Sorry, bro, I got 22 minutes, but I'm sure his hour and a half is more than enough, and it might be a little too boring as well. So, anyways, thank you for that VOD. Hold up, I'm gonna add a timestamp real quick. Where did I even get it? Notifications. Alright. Okay, nobody sent me a message on Twitter. Alright, so that's gonna be it for that VOD review. Part 1. Maybe I'll come back to it later. Actually, I should probably let you know, Rolo, that I was VOD reviewing. Kind of awkward. Hold up. Alright, so yeah, you know what? I'm gonna call it right there. Thanks for tuning in. I don't know who's online right now, but thank y'all for stopping by. Hope this wasn't too repetitive. I actually have no idea what everything I'm saying, like how repetitive it sounds like, or how I hope nothing's mean, and I hope that I hope it makes sense. I hope it doesn't sound like I'm just nitpicking a lot, but anyways, yeah, thank you for tuning in, y'all.